What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here. We have got some very interesting content to bring to you today.
Very interesting.
Me and my brother, you know, we thought it would be interesting to do something like this, seeing as it's a very, very slow international break. We were taking a look at kind of some of our old clips, seeing how right or how wrong we were with our predictions. So we're going to be we've earmarked like 3 or 4 clips here. We're going to take a look at them for you to see, for us to see, and we're going to be reacting to them together. But you'll be able to see our reactions. But look, you're excited for this one because I'm quite excited. You're the one that's seen these clips. I haven't actually seen these clips.
I just thought I was watching some of our old clips the other day, and I don't know, it was quite interesting what we had to say back at the time where certain things happened. And I think it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? Reacting to your old opinions and seeing how right or wrong you were. And also, look,
how wrong or wrong we were. Yeah.
Exactly. And also, if you like this kind of content, if you want to see more of us reacting to our old stuff, please give this a like and subscribe to the channel.
Smash that like.
And we'll
strike that like.
We might do this more often. So let's see. So right now, the first clip we're going to see is us react. This is the day Pochettino was sacked, the actual moment Pochettino was sacked, and the rumours. There wasn't a solid rumour yet of who was going to be manager. There was a few kind of murmurs of like certain managers, but no one was a sure thing. But we're reacting to basically who we want to be our next manager once we found out Pochettino was sacked. So
Alright, let's get into it.
Who's your number 1 choice?
Ten Hag, I think.
Ten Hag. Yeah,
Ten Hag.
Ajax, yeah. I think I take Ten Hag, or I take the Leipzig manager.
I don't even know his name.
So not Mourinho.
The Leipzig manager, Nagelsmann.
I'll take Allegri. Of course, I'll take Allegri. I just don't know. Why not Mourinho?
Mourinho is a ticking time bomb.
It's true. It still could be true. It still could be true.
Look, the thing is, Mourinho, if you get him, he's going to be gone within 3 years. However, within those first 2 years, you're guaranteed a trophy.
Guaranteed.
You are.
Nothing's
guaranteed.
Nothing's guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
He's won a trophy in his first 2 years at every club he's been at.
I still stand by nothing is guaranteed.
That's true. I mean, I think he might be up for the challenge. I think he's spoken well of Tottenham. I think he's a manager who's got proven pedigree at the top. I don't think he'll be the worst option. I know Mourinho. I know though he didn't quite work for United. However, I think it's proven that the squad he had wasn't quite up to it. And he said getting second position with that squad was his best achievement in management, and that might be right given how poor that Man United squad was.
Which is true now. Looking at it, still that's age roll, that comment. I think.
Yeah, I don't even think that's age roll. I think that was completely correct at the time. I think that. I think he did do a good job at Man United, and maybe you're right, at that time it wasn't kind of that obvious.
Yeah, but I think it's become clearer.
Yeah.
When was this made? This was made last November, so
yeah, about a year ago now.
Exactly. So it's shown. I think Ollie's still trying. Ollie's got good and bad form, but I think it's shown that Mourinho wasn't the problem.
At that time, they still weren't that happy with Ollie. They got more happier like after lockdown kind of thing.
Yeah, once January hit in. You're right, they weren't that happy with Ollie back then.
I know he comes with caveats, Mourinho, especially with style of play and that kind of stuff. However, I think there are worse options out there than getting Jose Mourinho.
I'll tell you, the only way I'm taking Jose Mourinho at Spurs if it's interim till the end of the season.
What? Interim manager?
I don't want to get Mourinho.
What am I on about?
A 2-3-year contract.
But look, given how far we are now with the season, we know we're over a third of the way, pretty much, or nearly a third of the way, and we're so far off top 4 that it's going to take a miracle to get that. It wouldn't just get someone like Mourinho, get us the trophy like the FA Cup, or see how far we get in the Champions League, and push us on over to next season. If we can end this season with a trophy, that would be a positive.
That didn't happen.
That did not happen. Knocked down by Norwich in the FA Cup.
I agree with you that I'll take him to the end of the season, and it'll be such a Spursy thing it will take Pochettino to leave for Spurs to win a trophy. Still hasn't happened. You know, and I think if Mourinho does come in, it's very likely we could win the FA Cup this season.
No.
But I just wouldn't want to see him past this season. I think it's more of a
big
SOS,
problems.
Get us out of trouble till the end of the season, then bring in a more progressive, younger manager at the end of the season, like Ten Hag or like Nagelsmann. Exactly.
Like he's a good look. The thing is, Nagelsmann, he's a great coach, right? And he's done very well at Leipzig. However, he's pretty much done the same as Pochettino. He's like done overachieved.
Haven't they won a trophy now, Leipzig?
In Germany, like
have they?
They won the cup last year.
I don't think they won the cup.
So
they still haven't won a trophy. Nagelsmann still done the same job as
Pochettino. Exactly.
Daniel Levy.
He said Pochettino's another victim of Daniel Levy. That's digging into Daniel Levy again.
It is. That's what it is. It stinks of it. It's happened every time, and it's going to keep happening. So
It's true at the time, that was true, but things have changed now.
If that's the case, then you may as well get Mourinho in, because he's going to be gone in 2-3 years anyway.
I think if you get Mourinho, you have to accept he's not going to last more than 3 years. However, you have to accept you're going to win a trophy. So I think we're at that stage now. Look, we've had this whole 5-year project happening. It was going good.
So we just sell our souls to Mourinho and
I think get Mourinho. We sold our soul. We sold the soul. Final line. He's proven he can do the job of getting over that final line. He's a pro at that.
That comment has aged perfectly. We sold our souls to Mourinho. I can't be more happier with Mourinho at the moment.
Literally, did we sell our soul to him? Are we soulless now?
It's ridiculous.
We sold our souls.
Just look at my face here. Look how unhappy I am that Pochettino has gone. I love that man so much.
I know.
But even so, I couldn't have been more wrong. I just couldn't have been more wrong
About Jose.
Well,
I was actually
press play.
We had that long time of a Pochettino, and it was great. It was fantastic having great performances and having that long-term stability. However, we just didn't take that final step, and I think I'm ready to see Tottenham take that final step.
You're just a bit more level-headed, and
even if Mourinho only lasts 2-3 years, and then we get someone like Nable's win after.
I don't know. I remember I saw it at the time. I think Mourinho could have been reinvigorated by his job at Tottenham.
At the end of the season, Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Eriksen, all these players are leaving.
Got two of them left.
I don't know. But do you think if we get Mourinho in, they're not going to see that as a statement signing as a manager? Because he's a big name. You can't get away from that. He's won Champions League.
Dinosaur.
Look, maybe he's not as good as he once was, but I still think he has the chops for him. And I think this could re-energise him. This could be a massive challenge for him that he could take on. And I think it would be an exciting appointment if we were to get Mourinho or someone like, obviously I'd love Allegri, but I think apparently he's waiting to the end of the season.
Well, Allegri hasn't taken a job yet, has he? Still, like Poch.
Club, so
having Mourinho to replace Poch just makes my fucking
disgusted by the thought. I would have obviously said no. Even if you asked me yesterday, I would have said no. But given the fact he's gone now, look, Pochettino's gone. Then we can't take him back, all right? He's not coming back unless we do a Jardim like at Monaco. But he's not coming back. So you've got to look forward to this season. I'm looking at from now to the end of the season, the league you pretty much got to write off.
It's safe to say we both would have preferred Poch to still be in the job than Mourinho to take the job.
For sure.
The European Sam Allardyce.
European Sam Allardyce.
I don't think so.
Wow.
That is some strong opinions on Jose there. I don't know.
So I called him a dinosaur. I called him the European Sam Allardyce.
And said it'll make your blood boil.
And it said it makes my blood boil, my skin curl, that we're replacing a man like Pochettino for Jose Mourinho.
Well, what do you have to say about that?
Well, I got to hold my hands up. I got to completely hold my hands up, because even now, in this day and age, you've still got people who are not completely on the Jose Mourinho bandwagon. But me personally, I am. I'm completely on it. I'm fully fledged. I'm all in. Look, Mourinho has got me under his spell completely at the moment. And what I said back then, I was completely wrong, and I hold my hands up. There's nothing else to say, really.
I think even I would say, you know, I wouldn't have wanted Mourinho the day before Pochettino got sacked. It was only once Poch has gone, I was looking at it, I was thinking, who's the best man to come in at this point? And I thought Mourinho was the best option.
I remember you saying that, and I completely disagreed with you.
Yeah,
completely.
Well, Spurs agreed with me. Apparently, Levy agreed with me. But the thing is, the biggest caveat we had about Mourinho, the biggest problem we had about the potential Mourinho signing was, would he get backed? Because if you bring in Mourinho, you don't get backed as hiding to nothing. And the fact of the matter is, Levy put his money where his mouth is, and he's backed him. And
he didn't spend that much money, but he got what he needed.
Exactly, he got the players and he got the squad. So yeah, look, it's just interesting to see our opinions back then. I think I don't know, it's just interesting to see, because it was a year ago now. It's been a year since that moment, and it's very interesting to see our comments. Let me know in the comments what you thought of our old comments about Jose Mourinho.
Kind of embarrassing, to be honest.
But just from the summer, when we were analysing transfer targets, putting them in a tier list, and this is when we got to Gareth Bale's name on the transfer target list, and when we were linked with him.
How about he's just trying to embarrass us? What's going on?
Just interesting to see what our comments were before he signed. Let's look at it.
Gareth Bale.
Gareth Bale. I think if there's ever an overpriced player, it's probably Gareth Bale.
He's overpriced. He's stay away. He's good
unnecessary.
value, and he's a must sign all in one.
And he's unnecessary. all in one. He's all 5 tiers somehow. All 6 tiers. I mean, I guess look, we're not signing Gareth Bale. 600 grand a week. Even if we got him on a free transfer, we still couldn't afford him. So that's how much he's on per week. So
unless you do an Adebayor deal where here we go, where they pay half the wages or whatever.
Even half, we can't afford. I think we have to pay we pay 5% of the wages, and then we'll see if the deal can be done.
We pay 40%.
I think. Look. The Bale's a weird one because obviously I'd be excited if we signed him. It's just that I think it's been 2 years now where he really hasn't been, he's been a bench warmer. He seems to have stopped caring at all about football. I think he's done some of the best shit housing I've ever seen on the bench for Real Madrid. He's put the mask over his face pretending to be asleep and stuff. Wales Golf Madrid very famously.
Golf poses everywhere.
So look, I think if he was on top of his game, I'd be more wanting it to happen at any price. But I think probably overpriced, I'll put him in.
I'm going
stay
to
away. Stay away. Stay away then.
Look, this guy does not care about football anymore. It's not the Gareth Bale that we sold. It's not the Gareth Bale we fell in love with. This guy, if we were to make a Tottenham Hotspur golf team, then yes, he would be a must sign. But right now in football, stay away.
I think
his attitude is
again
awful.
True.
Completely wrong in terms of we're completely wrong in terms of the guy up there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We were very wrong. I think based on the evidence we had at the time, and I think we weren't that wrong. But I think the fact that he came back to Spurs proved us wrong. The fact that he actually made that step.
You said you'd be excited for him to come back, which we were. I don't think we've ever been more excited than any other transfer in our lifetimes. I was right in terms of saying that we could do an Adebayor style deal to get him, which we did exactly that.
Yeah, exactly what we did. Half the
I think
wages.
The only thing that we were wrong about was about him up there being like, he doesn't care anymore. He doesn't care. You can clearly see how happy he is back at Tottenham now.
100%. And I think he's a man reborn. The Wales
but we're still yet to see it on the pitch.
Yeah, it's just his attitude has clearly changed. He's different to how he was at the end of his Madrid times, but we just need to see him now, really push on and become that world-class player. But interesting to see our comment on the Gareth Bale signing. This was before he was really seriously linked. I remember I said, I can't remember what video it was, a couple of weeks after that video, I said if we were to do a deal like the Adebayor deal, I'm all for it because I think it's worth it. But it was interesting to see we put him in stay away because I think it was on the basis that he was going to cost 600 grand a week, which he didn't end up costing. Yeah. So I think we've done well there. But it was interesting to see our comments. And the final clip we're going to look at is back in 2017, we did a combined 11 with Claude and Aaron Goldstein from 101 Great Goals. And it's just an interesting clip. We're talking about Jack Wilshere at the time. And it's just interesting to see our perception of him and their perception, who's been right ever since that moment. It's just interesting. So it comes on to who we're going to put in the combined 11. Is it Wilshere or Harry Winks?
You think Wilshere starting for Spurs?
So Claude says Wilshere starting.
Out of the two teams combined, on actual quality, I'm being genuinely serious. Jack Wilshere. I think Jack Wilshere's our
after
best
one
midfielder.
good appearance back in
We didn't
2010. One good appearance against Barcelona.
We didn't talk about Danny Rose because he didn't play for like 10 months, and now you're playing Jack Wilshere.
None of us understand why Jack Wilshere isn't playing. We don't get it. Whenever he plays, he's brilliant.
Against who do you play? Club Brugge or something? Red Star Belgrade. You play no one. I think Winks has overtaken Wilshere. He has. Anyway,
I was right.
I think Wilshere gets in there. Honestly, I think Winks.
I think at the time it was a bit unfair to put Winks over Wilshere. Do you not think?
It wasn't. I was clearly right. Look what Wilshere done since.
Yeah, I know that. But I'm saying at the time, how old was Harry Winks at that time? 2 years ago. 2-3 years ago was that now?
22, 23.
I mean, he'd only had a handful of good performances for us.
Yeah, but Wilshere was only playing Europa League and he wasn't getting in the Premier League team. And I remember he was killing it in the Europa League, and all Arsenal fans were going mad. I was like, there's a reason he's not being picked in the Premier League because he still doesn't have it. Yeah. And you can see, I know Winks, people argue he's average, but he's at least got a club. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now.
Yeah. What, you say he's going to be released?
No, I'm saying.
But I'm saying
it wasn't the case when we were talking about it then.
Yeah, I know, but we were saying what we were seeing. I said I think Winks has overtaken Wilshere. We can see now that was right.
Well, Winks has most definitely overtaken Wilshere now.
Yeah, no, he had at the time, and you can see because since then Wilshere got released by Arsenal, went to West Ham, did nothing, and Winks, although he could be better, he's still a squad player for Tottenham or in the first team at least.
But what I would want to say, yeah, you were completely right in this. But what I do want to say is at the time we probably would have thought Winks would be a bit better than he is now.
Yeah, that's true. Winks hasn't maybe developed. Let's carry on what we were saying.
Jack, I want to know your honest opinion. Do you think that Jack Wilshere isn't in the England team or the Arsenal team because of his quality, or do you think what do you think it is? I personally cannot understand why Jack Wilshere is not starting for Arsenal or England.
Last year for Bournemouth, he started pretty regularly. He started pretty regularly for Bournemouth last year. He wasn't great. Only the first couple of months he was good. And he wasn't great after that. I think he's come back, he's played a good few Europa League games, but he hasn't really pulled up any trees anywhere else.
Player in this country.
Based on one game.
What did he say? The most talented player in this country.
This is what Arsenal were saying back in 2017 about Wilshere. And we can see that.
We can understand that
What has Jack Wilshere do to warrant this?
Yeah, what has he done? He hasn't done anything to get Wilshere played for Spurs if we started.
So we were absolutely right, I think, about Jack Wilshere on that front, for sure.
100%.
Yeah, considering now he doesn't have a club, he was failed completely at West Ham. I remember I said when he signed for West Ham, that fit like an absolute glove.
100%.
Him, West Ham, Wilshere to West Ham. And I remember there was so hyped about Wilshere at the time. I remember thinking, you've got to calm down because he's playing really well in the Europa League, but he doesn't have it anymore.
Looking at that combined 11, how's Kolasinac in there?
Kolasinac, the head of Ben Davies, that's shocking. That is shocking. We should not. I don't know how we allow that to happen. I remember at the time, if you actually on this video, I remember at the time I said Ben Davies, but because Kolasinac had a few good games, they put him in and they didn't rate.
That was when they first signed him.
Yeah,
it?
they all thought he was really good, but he's not turned out.
Oh, left back of the year in Germany. Yeah,
but it's very interesting our comments on Jack Wilshere compared to what how hype the Arsenal fans were about him. So I just thought I would just show that as well. But anyway. If you like that content, if you like this stuff, if you want to see us reacting to more of our old opinions, let us know in the comments below. And if you have anything that you think we should be reacting to, send it to us, DM us. We'll react to anything you want, anything you send us. If we find it interesting, anything Tottenham related, we'll react to it. If you find any of our old clips you want us to react to them, we'll react to that as well. So let us know in the comments below what you want us to react to next.
All right, so there you have it. That is our first ever reaction video to our old content. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of it. And as always, come on you Spurs.